Okay, so today I'm going to take you guys through a process that I call subtractionalism. It's a process that I'm sure I didn't make up, but by calling it that, it seems probably like I made it up because it's a silly name, actually. But I think that it's an easy way, maybe, for people to paint, and I think you guys could really get involved in this and create something nice for like a winter scene. So I'm going to do a winter scene today. So first I painted in that dark color, and then I'm going to go over it with a white paint. Those dark colors, you can mix and match whatever you want to use. I used the primary colors and just put them all together, red, yellow, and blue. And there's like little different variations throughout that dark. It all looks kind of like a purple in a way, leaning towards a little bit of a bluish for my painting. You can do it leaning towards yellow, leaning towards red, however you want to do it. And then once that dries, make sure that dries completely. And then go over it with a white paint. And the white paint, the layer is going to be pretty thin. I think I did a pretty thin layer on it. Now, the most important part of this whole process is probably making sure that that white paint dries just a little, slightly, but not too much. And then you're going to go back through and you're going to wipe away where you want your trees to be and all that good stuff. Now, on that first layer, I actually put a tree in with some texture to it. You don't have to do that. You can just put that first layer of dark paint in, and it can be just all one tone throughout without texture. I did add some texture just because I knew that's where I wanted my tree to be, and I wanted it to look a little different, like it was up close. Then, like you're seeing here, I'm just going in, and I'm using a baby wipe to wipe this paint away. You can use probably even a wet cloth or maybe something with some alcohol on it, or just realize that you don't need much chemical and you don't want to wipe away to the very bottom of the painting itself, which is most likely white. And just keep wiping away all the stuff that you want to create within the piece. I did some pine trees, obviously, and then I that big tree in the front, some whatever kind of trees you want to do. I did a little boy in the front, which will be throwing a snowball. This is going to be like considered maybe a snowball fight, I would say. Maybe the title of it will be Snowball Fight. There's another little boy standing towards kind of in the background a little bit there, closer to that tree in the background. Then I did a little shadow from that tree from the background. These little things that kind of make the painting look a little bit realistic, but there's not much detail to it. I think this is a great painting for like anybody to try to do, because it almost, to me, it seems like anybody can do it. There's not much effort that really went into it at all, but it really turns out pretty cool. I like the way it looks. And now nobody has an excuse that they don't have a Christmas painting hanging in their house on their wall. You can do this one yourself. And it's fun to do. You do have to work fairly quickly, though. Like, you have to have some kind of image in your mind. I created this image straight out of my mind. It's from my imagination. I didn't look at anything to create it. There was no reference material. Just what was in my mind, how I was feeling. I had this image of a little boy throwing a snowball, and I wanted to create a winter scene just through that image alone, and I went for it. So you get that image that you have in your mind, and you just put it on the canvas as fast as possible. And I just continue to wipe away paint. Some places I wipe harder so that I can get more of that dark to show through. Some places I don't wipe as hard so that it looks a little blurry or with snow or that sort of thing. I was thinking about putting some kind of sky into it. I decided not to. I wiped away a little bit extra at the top there. I was thinking about putting some blue in. I might still go through with that, but for this video, it's very simple, and I think it looks good the way it is, actually. I don't think it needs it. After I get all of what I want wiped away from the painting, I actually do go back in and add some sort of like highlights to it, where the snow is maybe laying on branches, or there's some snow on the ground, or that sort of thing. That will be showing pretty soon. I did a snowball, which was just white paint basically, because when you wipe some of that white away, or that white layer was so thin, it doesn't come off as being too white. So you can actually put white over top of that, which makes it look like maybe there's more heavy snow, or there's a snowball flying through the air, or something like that. A little bit of snow on those branches, which looks like it's falling off those branches a little bit, or just sitting on those branches. There you see me showing that some of that snow that sits on those branches. And actually putting that little bit of highlight, that snow on those branches, and putting a little bit of that snow right there on that chunk of that tree, actually makes that pop really well. It actually gives it a three-dimensional look, and we didn't do very much. So usually you add a bunch of shadows and highlights and do all of this stuff to create that, but here we did not have to do that. So that's really about it. That's all. The whole thing was pretty simple, right? I hope you guys enjoy watching this video, and I hope you will try your own. And I hope you guys have a happy holidays. Thanks for watching. If you guys do watch this and you decide to paint something that is a winter scene using this style, I would love to see your work. So please share a picture with me or something like that, or comment and let me know that you tried it and tell me what you thought about the process. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you choose to subscribe to the channel. And now, shots of the finished piece. And here's a couple more videos. You should watch one.